Meanwhile, residents in North Beach are weighing in on all the improvements in their neighborhood. Olivia Almagro shows us what all the raving is about in our planned progress report.
The Normandy Shores neighborhood in North Beach has become an even better place to live, work, and play with the completion of the $7.8 million right-of-way improvement project. Started in 2006, residents are now seeing the benefits of smoother roads, landscaping, and a brand new stormwater management system.
I'm sure you're familiar with the saying, all great things are worth waiting for.
Normandy Shores was one of the city's first major roadway improvement projects.
The right-of-way project in this neighborhood particularly was one that came with some additional challenges, some of them unexpected, and the project team, the city, and the residents all had to go through this together. I think we've all come out winners in the end.
This new stormwater system includes over 265 drainage structures and piping that will help reduce flooding in the neighborhood.
The runoff after rains that now gets collected, it's conveyed by the new valley gutters that are on the side of the street into the new drain boxes. They get expelled into the bay, but not before they're treated.
The city is currently working on right-of-way construction projects that will include flood mitigation measures in the South Point and City Center neighborhoods. And Indian Creek is getting right-of-way improvements that include new water and sewer lines. These projects are expected to be completed by the new year. Back in Normandy Shores, residents and visitors who tee off will be happy to hear the Normandy Shores Golf Course's new clubhouse is open for business. The new $1.9 million clubhouse is an exact replica of the original historic clubhouse built in the 1940s. And there's new shelter at Fairwear Park near the golf course. A new pavilion near the playground will offer shade on those hot, sunny days.
We're very, very pleased with the way things are looking.
For MBTV, I'm Olivia Almagro.
For more information on this or any of the projects in our Capital Improvement Projects Office, call this number, 305-673-7071.
The city-owned Miami Beach Convention Center is also slated to undergo a major renovation in the coming years. Already, people are lending their voices to the process.
It's going to be a great economic engine for our city.
The first of several community design workshops was held regarding the Miami Beach Convention Center's new master plan. The facility, which was last renovated in 1989, is in need of a makeover that will place it ahead of other convention destinations. The public got a first look at potential design plans and layouts.
The purpose of the master plan, first and foremost, is the convention center and the facility. Can you show of hands, I mean, how many people generally like it versus how many people generally hate it, generally like it?
The Miami Beach Convention Center is the region's third largest economic driver behind the airport and seaport.
Turning now to events in our vibrant, tropical, and diverse city. It was a big day out in April for the GLBT community. The second annual city-sponsored Gay Pride Parade was a big success. People showed out in force to support the GLBT community here in South Florida. Sharon Gless, actress in the TV show Burn Notice, served as one of the grand marshals. The city's GLBT Business Enhancement Committee helps plan the event every year. The city welcomes diversity, and this climate of openness is so attractive that it's prompted a new business to move to town. The Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce celebrated their move to Miami Beach with a ribbon cutting at Old City Hall on Washington Avenue. Inside the first floor office, the Chamber is creating an LGBT community room named after Mr. Miami Beach, Michael Aller. Aller is the city's tourism and convention director.
I just want, very briefly, to thank all of you, from the mayor to the commissioners, past and present, to the city manager's office, to everybody who has supported the chamber these last 10 plus years.
Nothing happens because one person wants it. The vision is one person, but it takes the whole village to accomplish it. I'm very, very happy to be here.
The LGBT Visitor Center and Community Room will be finished by late summer.
The state-of-the-art campus of the new World Symphony won't be finished until January, but the buzz about the new music and education mecca is well underway.
The $154 million concert hall and campus just off Lincoln Road is quickly evolving. City leaders got a sneak peek hard hat tour of the new World Symphony, which is slated to open January 25th. 6 days of opening festivities will highlight all the building's capabilities for both the audience and the students of America's Orchestral Academy.
This is a project that will change the lives of countless young professional musicians. It will influence music's future, transforming how music everywhere is taught, experienced, and presented to audiences.
The new World Symphony currently uses the Lincoln Theater for performances and education.
An ancient sarcophagus, a mummy. Up next, hear all about their new permanent home in Miami Beach.
Your puppy has 2 new places to play south of 5th Street.
And a moving lesson for Miami Beach teens makes them think twice about having a good time with alcohol.
Hi, this is E.T., and you're watching MBTV 77.
Hey, that's not cool.
Keep our beaches clean. It's our responsibility. Pass it on.
Welcome back to CityVision. We're at the new Egyptian Gallery at the Bass Museum, an exhibit that really sends you back in time and piques your interest in ancient Egypt. And we're joined here by the Chief Curator and Executive Director of the Bass Museum, Silvia Cubiñá. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. Let's just start off by talking about how you discovered this mummy. Where did it come from?
Sure. I wish I had discovered it. Actually, the Basses, John and Joanna Bass, gave it to the city of Miami Beach sometime in the 60s or 70s, and it's been in storage. It's been shown a couple of times, but when I started a year and a half ago, I saw it in storage, and our board chair, George Lindemann, and I, we agreed it would be a great, fantastic educational opportunity for our city.
And how did you get the mummy ready for exhibition? Because that's a process in itself.
Well, we hired Dr. Ed Bleiberg. He's a chief Egyptologist at the Brooklyn Museum. You know, Brooklyn Museum has a fantastic, one of the largest collections in the world of Egyptian art. So we hired him to come and contextualize everything, write the essay, and just put everything into perspective, tell us the story. We did a partnership with Mount Sinai Hospital here in Miami Beach, and they CAT scanned it. Then our registrar sent a little piece of, a tiny, tiny piece of the cloth over to get carbon testing to check on the date.
Wow, interesting. And I understand mummification is all about the process of preserving the corpse. Why was that so important to ancient Egyptians?
Yes, it was. Ancient Egyptians' love of life really directed them to imitate, to sort of mimic their life here on Earth. So they felt the need to take their bodies to the afterlife.
So Silvia, this process of mummification is very, let's say, interesting,
yes,
to say the least. Let's go to the consulting curator, Edward Bleiberg, to hear more about how that works.
You know, mummification is the process of drying the body out completely. So, in a mummy like this, you would have probably started by making an incision in the abdomen and removing the internal organs, washing out the body cavity with wine, because that acts as a disinfectant, and then stuffing it with salt, and this dehydrates the body. Then once the body is entirely dehydrated, you wrap these linen bandages around the body, and then it's ready to be put inside the coffin.
Now that coffin is here on display, Silvia, as part of this exhibit. It's called the sarcophagus, and it has all the markings that ancient Egyptians sort of thought would help usher them into the afterlife. Is that right?
Yes, they did think that. And the Bass Museum, again, I want to remind you, is free to the City of Miami Beach residents. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 5 p.m. And we can't wait to have every single resident in Miami Beach come and see our mummy.
We hope so. And it's a permanent exhibit here at the Bass, so you have time to come down and visit.
Yes.
Well, thanks for being with us, Silvia. It's always interesting to hear about such an amazing exhibit that's now a permanent fixture here at the Bass.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's much more ahead on CityVision. Stay tuned.